Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. It's another kind of gray day, but I think it's going to be the last one for a while. I think we are back to our regularly scheduled programming of not having any rain in the forecast for the next 10 days. So everything's kind of soaked from the rainstorms that we've had for the past week, I would say, but I think that things should start drying out. My plans for today are to work in the backyard, in particular, work on the front of my office that really did get quite a lot of damage from the rain. All these plants, they're annuals, most of them are super petunias, and they're pretty much just done for the season. I do have to show you all. Look at my Chinese pistache tree. Isn't that just the most glorious tree? Oh, I just love it so much. So I am planning on kind of cleaning up back here. Cleaning up, I know you can't tell, but there's a whole bunch of pots there with plants in them. And so I think what I want to do is just kind of pull all the super petunias, toss them, maybe clean up the climbing roses a little bit. That's Princess Margareta climbing rose. I actually think I have one bloom. I do. Yes. Well, it's kind of faded, but at least you can see. Isn't that pretty? Not beautiful? So I have that. I do have my juniper spiral that is, yeah, it needs to be transplanted out into the yard. And then also my privet topiary over here, double balled topiary. Both of these need to go into the garden. They need to get out of the pots that they're in, but I think I'm going to do that in the spring. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I think what I want to do is just kind of get this cleaned up and then take a look at what I'm dealing with. It was so funny. I was looking at pictures from last winter of what the front of my office looked like, and it's just night and day. I've gotten so used to having so much color and flowers here over the spring and summer and fall with all these super petunias. It was so beautiful. So I definitely want to add something to the front of the office, and I think I have an idea. Let me just go over a couple of the plants that I'm going to pull, just because some of them were just absolute rock stars, and some of them I think I will do without next year. So first of all, over here I have my bay tree that I got from Robbie. I really like that thing. And about a month ago, I did a video showing, like, walking around and showing you guys all the good bugs and the bad bugs in my garden. And I had spider mites all over this. And I also had lacewing larvae eggs. And it looks like the lacewing larvae took care of the spider mites, because this looks really clean to me right now. I'm really happy with that. It looks beautiful. And then right here, I have a boxwood topiary that is so bronzed out. I thought it was dying, but then I come up to it and it still feels so soft and so supple. So I think that that's just its fall color this year. It's never turned that bronze for me before, but we also have never had such an early cold fall with no rain. Like, now we have rain, but we had a while where we didn't have rain and it was still cold. So I don't know. I'm just really interested to see what that boxwood's gonna do. Then coming over here, I wanted to point out this. This is a new super petunia for next year. This is part of the Tiara collection. This is called Tiara Blue, and it was definitely beautiful, but I think this was 2 or 3 of them right there, and it really stayed quite compact as compared to the Tiara Pink over here that you can see has completely climbed up. Look at that. It has climbed up my spiral topiary. I underplanted the topiary with them, and they just took over, and they were definitely the star of the show this year. I really like them. I did have some bubblegum. I did have some jazzberry. I did have some limoncello. What else did I have? Oh, over here I had some magenta. So just a whole bunch of super petunias, and I just enjoyed it so much, and I'm kind of sad to see it go, but obviously they're not looking their best these days. The other thing that I did have is this right here. This isn't actually plain the blue salvia. This is Mystic Spire's blue salvia. This plant is so good, you guys. The bees have been all over it. Oh my gosh. Right on cue. Look at that. Ugh, I feel so bad. Like, do I take it out? Ugh. Yes, I need to take it out. Sorry, bee. Sorry, but the bees have been absolutely all over it all season long. It's been incredible. It's been amazing. God, I feel so bad about taking this out now. What am I going to do? Shoot. It's okay. I still have salvia in the front yard that the bees can go to. It's fine. Anyway, this plant has been an absolute fantastic plant for the pollinators all season long. It's been blooming absolutely nonstop. It's time to clean up and it's time to take it out. And a quick 15 minutes later, and it's all cleaned up. So sad. This time of year is just like, I like it because it makes me feel like I'm doing something and I'm getting something accomplished by cleaning up, but it's all gone now. So that's all right. I have something to go in its place. So yesterday I had to go to Home Depot and I noticed that Home Depot had all of its living Christmas trees for sale. And they were actually really, really good prices. So I might have went a little overboard, but quite a few of the living Christmas trees, well, what they're calling living Christmas trees. Really all it is it's evergreens. So I got a Eugenia topiary, which is actually hardy in my zone for outside. It's hardy zones 9 to 11, I think. I swear, they just put a bow on. That's it, living Christmas tree. But I mean, they were really good. They were good prices for what they would normally sell them for. So I felt like I was getting a really good deal. I also got this beautiful Norfolk pine. I have been wanting one of these for a while, but these are only hardy down to zone 10. So not technically hardy in my zone. They're not supposed to be able to handle anything cooler than 35 degrees Fahrenheit. However, I have seen these outside for years and years and years in my city, in my town. And so I'm going to try it and see how it goes. If we do get a day where they say it's going to get down to 32 or something like that, I might just come out and throw a sheet or some harvest guard over it, just to be extra cautious of it. But I just love it. It's so evergreen. Like, it looks so Christmassy, but it is so not, because it is not hard. It's only subtropical, basically. It only grows in subtropical areas. Then I have this cypress Wilma, Monterey cypress Wilma, which is just so funny because this is actually the tree that's growing in Cottage Gardens of Petaluma. Has a really, really big, beautiful one of those. And so I had to get my hands on that. It wasn't even expensive at all. How much was it? $39. I mean, it's ridiculous. Then I treated myself. I've been wanting one of these for so long. This is a Camellia sasanqua called Yuletide. And it's called Yuletide because sasanquas, they always bloom before Christmas. And it's this beautiful reddish pinkish color. And it's just so pretty. I mean, do you see how many buds are all over this plant? And so I saw it there and I was in a buying mood. And so I grabbed it and I'm so happy that I got it because I think it's going to bring some much needed blooms to the front of the office during the winter months. Again, this is another plant that I've seen around town and I've seen some really, really beautiful, beautiful ones. And I think that that is the best way to get inspiration for your own garden when you really notice some beautiful plants. Those are the ones that you should be looking for to put in your own garden, which these three I've noticed around town. Well, this is Petaluma, which is about an hour and a half away, but still really, really beautiful. Okay, so then I have a Thuya, emerald, let's see, what is this called? How do you pronounce that? Smargrad? Emerald cedar, I don't know. Green Mountain arborvitae, basically they're the same plants that I have these three in front of the metal workshop, and I am just absolutely in love with these right here. I just think that they look so good. This is our big pile of compost we covered with the tarp for the rainstorms, but look at how good those look. Don't those look amazing? So I thought another one of those over there would be perfect. And then finally, the very last one, this is a Leland cypress. This is another one that will do really good for us. Here outside, I can replant it and have it as a tree. Basically, all of these I can replant except for this one that I don't know. I've never seen it planted in a garden. I've only seen it in pots in a garden. So I don't think I'm going to replant that one, but all the other ones after I'm done with them for in front of my office, I can put them out in the garden somewhere. I have no idea where yet, but that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to figure out the placement of all of these plants on either side of the door, which I actually consider kind of a hard job because this door is not symmetrical, and that is why I'm not choosing to do symmetry on either side, because if I do two of the same plants on either side of the door, I think that it would really emphasize how asymmetrical this door is. Do you see that? I know, it's the weirdest thing ever, but that's okay. We're working with it. So I just have to figure out which plants I'm going to put on either side of the door. I know they're technically all green, but this is where different foliage colors, like the Wilma is a chartreusey green, the Leyland cypress is a dark green, the Leyland cypress has kind of a feathery look to it, the Eugenia has a smaller leaf to it. It's just really looking at the different textures and the different tones of the colors and balancing them on either side of this door. So let me see if I can lay them out and figure out a way that looks balanced and pleasing to the eye. Can you put the camellia in that black pot?
Take it out?
No, just place it.
Just set it?
Yeah, we're just placing. And then put that black pot right here. Okay, I think we've got our layout all figured out. I like it. I'm happy with it. Now we just got to get them all potted up. I might change the pots around just a little bit, you know, because I don't want the two terracotta next to each other. I want it kind of all mixed in together, but I'm really happy with this layout. I think it's pretty. All right, we've got everything potted up and I think set where I like it. I might come around and mess with it a little bit. What do you think, Jason?
It looks good.
I think it looks good too.
Yeah.
You want to know what it's missing?
I bet you're going to tell me.
Christmas lights!
Yeah. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
That should happen soon.
Yeah, we get it done soon.
Okay. I mean, it's so Christmassy. It looks really pretty. I was tempted for a second to leave those red ribbons on, and then I thought, no, Christmas lights will be better. But I have to say, I really like it. It's going to be nice and full all season long, all winter season long. So, I mean, that was the biggest thing that I wanted, was just to have some fullness and have some evergreen here. So really, really pretty. And then I can reuse all of these in other places as I need them. So again, the only one that I'm semi-worried about is the Norfolk pine right there, because that's only hardy to zone 10. But, I mean, it's a little bit protected. It's not out in the middle of nowhere. And I will come and put something over it if we do have a really cold night. The Eugenia is fine. I had this other boxwood hiding behind some of the supertunias that I completely forgot about. The Arbor Vitae is fine. I am not cutting back my rose just yet. I'm going to wait till January for that. This definitely needs to be cut back and trained, because I'm trying to train it up and over the office like that, but I don't want to touch it just yet. That's why I didn't address it today. The camellia is looking all right. This camellia, it was definitely really, really root bound. So I think I'll leave it in this pot just for this winter season, then probably transplant it out somewhere into the garden. Wilma's a little crooked, but that's okay. Gives her character. And then the Leland cypress is just a beautiful, beautiful plant. So altogether, a really pretty show. I like it a lot. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Would you call that an easy project or a tough project?
That was easy.
That was easy.
That was no problem at all.
Yeah. Now we just need a little bit more gravel to cover this muddy mess, but that's okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Just go get like a bag or two of, and just do a light.
Yeah. So again, I got all this stuff just from a big box store. They were called living Christmas trees, but really they're just evergreen topiaries for a good deal.
Is that right?
Yes, this was a good deal.
I don't believe you.
It was a great deal. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.